My name is Mridula Ghosh. I work here. I teach international relations in the Kiev Mohyly Academy. I also write for the Indian magazine called The Week. I have the following questions. During your discussions, did you touch upon nuclear security? Apart from the 4 different memorandums that we saw get signed today, what parts of your 10-point peace plan could you discuss, or have you discussed which points India could be interested in? And will there be a future peace summit? Have you discussed whether Russia will participate in that summit? Have you seen significant political will on the part of Prime Minister Modi to discuss that? And could you comment on the possible involvement of India in the release of the abducted children by Russia? And maybe you could also comment on any condemnation of Russia's actions with regards to the citizens of India who were forced or tricked into participating in the compact operations from the Russian side.
I will start with the last question. Prime Minister Modi said that he condemns that and he will make everything possible for the citizens of India not to be fighting in the lines of the Russian army. I perfectly understand him. I just can't understand how you could enroll those foreign citizens. I don't know, forcefully or not. I don't understand. How could it happen otherwise? It is indeed bad. As for the peace summit, I truly believe that the second peace summit has to take place well. It would be good if it could be held in one of the global south countries. We are very open with regard to this issue. There are countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, or Turkey, or even Switzerland, but that's a different direction. We are currently talking to these countries about hosting the second peace summit. I fully support this, and I spoke to Prime Minister Modi about the possibility of having the Global Peace Summit in India. It's a big country, it's a great democracy, the largest one. But I want to be frank. This is not only related to India, but to any state which will have a positive attitude to host the second peace summit. But we won't be able to conduct a peace summit in a country which until now has not joined the communique of the last peace summit. Well, I guess you understand this. Nobody is exerting any pressure, but that is logical. The second aspect, we have discussed all matters related to the communique, including issues of security, and selected those aspects of the questions that were discussed during the peace summit. Yesterday, there was an online meeting on energy. There was a big elaboration meeting after the first summit. Well, the teams have started to work on the first point, that is nuclear security. They've started to elaborate the plan, and as I've told you, by November, we want to have the whole plan on all the points, and that is why we wanted the countries to join that cause. If they want to have additional points or clauses, or they disagree with something, well, then we may discuss them at the level of the NSAs through a working level meeting. Let them do their work, and I said that we're ready to work with you on that matter. Who knows, maybe we will. So, going back to the question, energy is something we've discussed, and this includes nuclear energy. Frankly speaking, we didn't have enough time to have a detailed conversation on nuclear security, even though we raised all 3 questions just as we dealt with food security as well as on children. With regard to the issues of children, look, there are some countries willing to help in this matter, and you know the number of countries helping in this will never be enough, and we would be happy if India would join that part of the formula, the return of the children, which is the humanitarian aspect. Well, from the standpoint of the neutrality of your status, I would like to underline that none of the points in the peace plan or those discussed at the summit has anything to do with weapons or armaments. So I think India can choose from these points and join the respective initiatives, proposing its own vision and additional ideas. We are prepared for an open and honest dialogue.